Give thanks to every day above ground. You never know when your life will go done. Whether you're rich or poor, the wicked penman I kill.
What? It's like when England go to international tournaments. Allow it. Nah, that's to be honest, that's changed. That's changed. They play different, well, somewhat differently. There's England is on the England national team, they're on the way to the final stage of their evolution. They're nearly there. They've almost unlocked it completely. I think if they win, that's it. It'll be at the end of that. They'll keep on winning for a while. But yeah, mostly until they face like the top four, top six. Obviously, they're one of the top six nations. But when it's like the Italy, uh, like a Brazil, Spain, even a Portugal will probably pose them some trouble. France definitely would give them problems. Germany, they might struggle with. Um, those type of teams, because the thing those teams have is number one, they've got a positive mindset. They don't play overly well. Apart from Italy, Italy is built on a defensive spine. England had a similar sort of mentality, which is again a defensive spine, but you that's why they lost that game. They should have went for the jugular. Once they had them man 1-0 down, you shouldn't have been inviting pressure. You should have just, you should have dominated them in midfield, press and get the second. After that, you could invite pressure, sit and catch them on the counter as much as possible. But yeah, I think there'll be some regrets with how that game went, and then obviously the choice, the sort of the penalties and all of that. They could have done a lot better with the penalties. But anyway, in the last two tournaments, they would have been semi-final and final, so they've actually improved leaps and bounds. It's just that yeah, sometimes you'd like to see a more offensive team. They'll do it against like the minnows and stuff, right? But it's the real time for this is when you're playing other big teams. Is you gotta make them fear your weapons as well, and that's probably where they're close though. I reckon whoever takes over from Southgate, whenever that time comes, they'll probably get the job done. Because these guys went backwards in terms of managers after Sven. Sven Goran Eriksson, after him, who was manager after Sven? Sure. Listen, 100% agree with you. My thing was they should have definitely won that World Cup. 100%. That was a Mickey Mouse, like you say, it was there for them. Nah, Capello wasn't after. It was Steve McLaren. I feel like it was Sven McLaren, Capello, um, Allardyce, and then I think it was my man, Southgate. Southgate was not qualified for the England job when he got it. There is no way he should have got the job. I'm gonna keep it 100, but he's made it work, and they can't really get rid of him now. Like they're sort of stuck with him. You kind of have to give him a chance to fail, and even when he fails, they probably still can't really get rid of him then because like, well, he's the most successful England manager since Alf Ramsey or whatever. So the only thing he hasn't done is won. But yeah, they should have won that World Cup, 100%, and they should have won the Euros. Southgate really had a bunch of teenagers take pens. uh yeah. I don't know what statement he was trying to make. Even the order that they took the pens in, I was like, I think he was trying to. Anyway, let me. I can't speak on his actual mindset, but to me, it seemed like it had something to do with making them like heroes. It's like, bro, you're thinking too far ahead. Win the game. Win the game. Marcus Rashford definitely should be taking the penalty as a striker. Harry Kane, obviously. But yeah, the rest, what was it? Sancho, Grealish was buzzing to take one. You could see he really wanted to take one. Yeah, like definitely should have been done differently. I feel at least. I mean, you could say no Rashford, but listen. He's a striker. How can a striker not be able to take penalties? It's a dead ball situation, a shot on goal. Like, come on, you should be getting that on target. He dragged that and hit the post, and I was like, oh man, you know that. But no, if you're striker on the pitch and you want a penalty, you get one. If you're not confident, you don't fancy it, don't put your hand up. No, respectfully, no, no. First, I want to see what they do when everyone comes full strength, right? When the real Germany shows up, the real Italy, the real France, the real Portugal, when the you know what I mean, when these teams fire, what are they gonna look like then? If England still makes it to like the semis, then they're for real, for real. If not, then it shows you that you know what I mean. The coaching has been an aberration. You just had a really soft time. Because what did they have like ice? Was it Iceland or Finland or Denmark was like the toughest team they sort of had to sort of contend with, and even Denmark they feel a bit hard done by because I can't remember, was it a whatever it was, one of them goals they were just like, nah, that shouldn't have been, and they probably had a case where it did seem a bit, yeah. Anyway, talking about football, Wagwan with how is America rated higher, ranked higher than Mexico? I've never understood that. I don't even know why America ever beats Mexico. I don't get it. Mexico used to wipe the floor with America. Yeah. I feel like it must be an inferiority thing because there's no way a Mexican team should be struggling with the US. Mexico is a way better footballing nation. But yeah, USA is the highest CONCACAF rated team. I think they're ranked 12th in the world. Mexico is ranked 14th. Jamaica is ranked 57th. Costa Rica is ranked 49th. And still, Jamaica is another team I don't understand sometimes. Like, I don't get it. Jamaica should be, again, they should definitely be beating the USA regularly. Regularly, regularly, regularly. They should be probably second to Mexico. And I'm not sure who should coach the Reggae Boys. Sometimes I feel like if they had a Mexican coach, they might actually, because the conditions of like the fitness of the squad and all that must be similar. The talent level must be similar. It's just a matter of they don't have discipline. Discipline is not there. They don't hold the shape well. They don't have an identity in terms of how they want to play. You know, you get a lot of talented individuals, but there's no successful way of performing as a team. Jamaica not going to a World Cup since '98 is ridiculous to me. Crazy. I know, like, only three teams will really go to the World Cup out of out of that CONCACAF zone, and you could say a lot of the time that's gonna be Mexico one or USA one, Mexico two, whatever, and then the third team. But yeah, US beat Mexican Nations League final, Gold Cup final, and World Cup qualified. I listen. I know Mexico, US don't play with me. They beat the shit out of Mexico every chance they get, but I just don't understand how. I don't get it. Mexico should be kicking the shit out of the US in football. It just shouldn't be happening. Mexico, listen, that team can play ball. For years and years and years, they've had such great players, such great teams. Marquez from Barcelona was one of the. They had Blanco. Blanco had that style where he would bunny hop with the ball, and they had such good players, but I don't know. They just can never. They never seem to be able to figure it out. I remember they had that celebrity goalkeeper. What's his name? Jorge Campos. He used to play. He was playing sweeper keeper back then, and he used to wear the colorful, yeah, the colorful get ups. Oh man, yeah. Mexico is in their program. Had like it's got to have like a 30, 40 year head start on the US program. US program really didn't really start until like after 92. Ochoa, once he puts on the Mexico shirt. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know with why Mexico. Yeah, to me they should be bossing CONCACAF every time. And when it's not them, Jamaica needs to step up. Jamaica should not be ranked 57 in the world. It shouldn't be. Yeah, if you sub, you won't get ads.